like right now, immediately. Okay? And then it says the tangent of what? 13 pi over 12? Yes? 13 pi over 12. So we're going to do the exact same thing we did yesterday. Remember how I did this yesterday? I'm going to have to find it. So we're going to do 13 pi over 12 equals fraction plus fraction, right? We're going to add our two fractions. What two fractions are we going to add? If it's 12, what are we adding? Pi over 4 and pi over 3. Now, some of these things, this is day 2, you have to know that now. Once I get here, Caleb, you got to take your quiz. Well, it's got to happen like sooner than later. Okay? It's 12, right? It's 12. So this becomes 3 pi, and this becomes 4 pi. Because all I did is find a common denominator. It's exactly what I did yesterday. 3 to 12 is 4, so I have to multiply them both by 4. Now from here, start figuring out what works. If I do 13 minus 3, what do you get? 10. Can I get 4 from 10 anywhere? So don't start there. If I do 13 minus 4, what do you get? 9. Can I get 9 by 3s? Yes, so this becomes a 3, and this also becomes a 3. You have to do it. I am not giving them to you on your tests and quizzes. You have to do it. So this is the same as the tangent of 3 pi over 4 plus pi over 3. Go straight to your formula paper right now. Right now. Formula paper. Sum and difference. Formula papers. Right now. You got to have them open. Tangent says what? It says tangent of alpha plus beta, correct? It says what? Tangent of alpha plus tangent of beta. That's right. 1 minus tangent of alpha, tangent beta. This is multiplication down here. That right there is the trig that you have to know. Now you have to know your unit circle. Tangent 3 pi over 4. You have to know it quickly. Do you guys recognize if you have to go back to your unit circle every single time, you're going to run out of time? You are. I'm not trying to be mean, but you will. Tangent 3 pi over 4. What's your reference angle? Pi over 4. Tangent pi over 4 is 1. And in the second quadrant, it is negative. So I have negative 1 plus. Tangent of pi over 3. It's right on your chart. Radical 3. Over. Now, notice these two values on the top are exactly the same as the bottom. So do I have to do any work on the bottom? No. So it's going to be 1 minus this number. Hold on. This number times this number. So it's negative 1 times radical 3. Negative radical 3, but if you're subtracting, it becomes positive radical 3. Right? Negative 1 times radical 3, negative radical 3. 1 minus negative radical 3 is a positive, 1 plus. Yes? Can I leave my answer like this? No, because what's in the denominator? Radical. So you have to multiply by the conjugate. So that means you look at your denominator. My denominator says 1 plus radical 3. Yes? My conjugate switches what? You keep the denominator the same, except for you switch the sign. That's your conjugate. You maybe write that down or do something. Like, you guys got to know that. Because when it comes to tangent, we have to know that. You multiply by the conjugate. So your denominator stays the same. You just flip the sign. Okay? Yes, no, maybe. What am I going to do? You're just going to distribute, right? Negative 1 times 1. Negative 1. Negative 1 times negative radical 3. Positive radical 3. Radical 3 times 1. Positive radical 3. Radical 3 times negative radical 3. Think of it this way. The radicals cancel, yes? But one of these is positive and one of them is negative. So this becomes a negative 3. Divided by. When you multiply by the conjugate, your middle term should do what? Cancel. That's how you get rid of the radical in the denominator. So you multiply your first term. So 1 and 1 is 1. Radical 3 and negative radical 3 is negative 3. Yes, no, maybe. Okay. From here, combine like terms. Negative 1 minus 3 is negative 4. Yes? Does everybody see where I got that? Radical 3 and radical 3, are those like terms? Yeah, so how many radical 3's do I have? You have 2 of them plus 2 radical 3 divided by what? Negative 2. Yes, no, maybe. Okay. Can I simplify? Yes. Divide everything by negative 2. What's 4 divided by negative 2? 2. What's 2 radical 3 divided by negative 2? Negative radical 3. That you answer.
So how come when we multiply, or it's like when we have the fraction, we multiply it by 1 minus radical 3?
Because you have to get your radical out of the denominator.
So we can't just do the radical?
Because if you did just the radical 3, you'd multiply by 1, it would still have a radical in the denominator.
Just a 3 in the denominator?
No, because if you multiply this by just radical 3 times 1 is still radical 3. Do you see what I mean? If you just multiply by just radical 3, you're still going to be left with a radical 3 right here. Okay? All right. Negative 7 pi over 12. This time I have to what? This time you have to subtract, right? Yes? So your bigger fraction has to go where? In the first spot or the second? The second, because you're getting a negative answer. So that means the 3 has to go here. The 4 has to go there, right? Bigger fraction. Pi. Common denominator is 12, yes? So this becomes 3 pi minus 4 pi. What you think? What you think? Okay, now can I give you a hint? Not quite. So if I want to move this over, I would add 4 pi, right? Agree? Yes? So negative 7 plus 4 is negative 3. This is a positive 3, right? Could I make it a negative 3? Sure, but you don't want 2 negatives because that doesn't work. So negative 3 pi over 12. How do I find a coterminal angle? You add what? 2 pi. So if I add 2 pi, this is 24 pi over 12, correct? Yes? So this becomes 21 pi over 12. What number goes into both of them? Because you have to add 2 pi to get a coterminal angle. Right? What? 3 goes into both, so it's what? 7 pi over 4. Is that an angle you know? Yeah. So this is 7 pi over 4 minus pi over 3. They can be yucky. I understand that. But if you don't try, you're never going to get it. Adding is easy. I already told you that. This one was particularly hard. I don't disagree with that one bit. But the only thing that I have done, common denominators, yes. Yes. I've taught you how to find a coterminal angle, yes. And you know how to simplify. So do you see how this is just putting everything together? You guys got to take everything we learned and kind of push it all together. So this is the same as the tangent of 7 pi over 4 minus pi over 3. Now from here, we're going to use the difference formula for tangent, yes? Okay, read it off of your paper. What does it say? It says the tangent of alpha minus beta equals what? Tangent of alpha, so this is the tangent of 7 pi over 4 minus tangent of beta over 1 plus. Over that and that. Okay? Is everybody okay with what I just did using the formula? Okay. Tangent of 7 pi over 4. What is my reference angle?
Where's the
Huh?
The notes.
They're from yesterday. Remember, we only got 4 done. What's my reference angle for 7 pi over 4? Pi over 4. What's the tangent of pi over 4? It's 1, but 7 pi over 4 is in what quadrant? The fourth, so it is -1. Minus. Tangent of pi over 3 is right on your piece of paper. It is radical 3. Divided by 1 plus. What two numbers am I multiplying? You're multiplying the numbers that you just got. -1 and radical 3. Not -3, though. Be careful because the negatives are there. -1 and radical 3. What's -1 times radical 3? Negative radical 3. What do we have to do from here? Do we have to do the same thing we did over here? Yeah, except it's going to be what? Positive this time. So you're going to have -1 minus radical 3 over 1 minus radical 3 times 1 plus radical 3 over 1 plus radical 3. Multiply by that conjugate. Are you in the counselor? Yeah, I figured. 1 plus radical 3. I'm going to come down here. So I have -1 minus radical 3 minus radical 3 minus 3. All I did was distribute. Is everybody okay with me distributing there? Divided by what two things do I multiply in the denominator? First two, last two, always. 1 times 1 is 1. Negative radical 3 times radical 3 is -3. So I have -4 minus 2 radical 3 over -2. And then I do what? 2 plus radical 3. I'm recording this, so it's probably a good idea for you to go back and watch it. Tangent's not the easiest one. Now, those are hard. 7 through 10 are easy, but you have to work backwards. Look at 7. So look at 7. What's the only thing you see in there? You see tangent, yes? And you see a fraction. So that means I need to go to my tangent sum and difference formulas. Which one does that look like? It looks like the sum because it's always on the top. But how do I go from the sum and difference formula to the other side? This is the same as doing the tangent of what plus what? What? Yeah, 48, which is alpha, and 102, which is beta, right? Because that's your alpha and that's your beta. If you look at your formula sheet, it says tangent of alpha plus tangent of beta divided by 1 minus. So this is the same as 48 plus 102. So this is the tangent of 150, right? Now, we know 30, we know 45, and we know 60, correct? Which one of these is it gonna go with 60? No, is it gonna go with 45? Is it gonna go with 30? How do I get 150 with 30s? Multiply by 5. So this is the same as the tangent of 5 pi over 6. Reference angle. Pi over 6. Tangent pi over 6. Radical 3 over 3. What quadrant? Second, so it is negative. A lot less work, right? Remember when you said, Yeah. Remember I said they were easier? Okay. Look at 9. Is it sine, cosine, or tangent? It's clearly tangent, right? It's clearly tangent. Tangent's easy. If it's tangent, it's got to be tangent. Is it sum or difference, though? Look at the numerator. Is it sum or difference? Difference. So this is the tangent of what? 5 pi over 18 minus pi over 36, correct? Well, what do I have to find? Common denominator. What is it going to be? 36. So this is the same as what? 10 pi over 36 minus pi over 36. Do you have common denominators now? Can you subtract them? Well, what's 10 pi minus pi? This is 9 pi over 36. Can I simplify again? How many times does 9 go into 36? Say it. I thought I heard it. 4. What's the tangent of pi over 4? 1. 1. See? Just got to work backwards. 8. Now, my hint for 8. Are the sines and cosines mixed together? Guys, are the sines and cosines mixed together? No. Right? If they're not mixed together, you go to look at cosine immediately. Look at your two cosines, sum and difference. If this is subtraction in between them, it's actually the sum of them. So this is the same as the cosine of what plus what? 300 plus 15. So this is the cosine of what? No. 315. Which one does that have to go with? 45 degrees. Now listen, 45 degrees is what? Pi over 4. What quadrant is 315 in? The fourth. So what is my pi over 4 angle in the fourth quadrant? How do I find it? 7 pi over 4. Because it's 2 minus 1, right? It's 2 minus 1. Reference angle. Pi over 4. Cosine of pi over 4. Radical 2 over 2, and it's in quadrant 4, so it is positive. Try 10. Now are they mixed in? Do you see what I mean by mixed in and not mixed in? Are these mixed in? If they're mixed, you're going to go look at sine. You're going to look at sine. Is it sum or is it difference? its difference. Do you see why I didn't start with these? If I had started with these and then gone to these top ones, you guys would have revolted on me. I used to do it that way. And then I did the other ones. They're like, oh, we hate you. I'm like, yeah. This is picking sine, cosine, or tangent. Tangent's easy to find, right? Tangent's easy. I personally think cosine's easy because if they're both cosine in the front, we have to be attached cosine. It's got to be cosine, the other one's sine. Okay? Then from here, it's just, is it sum or difference? And then just plug it in and use your unit circle. Okay? That's why I am going to emphasize. Get this chart put in your head so you don't have to write it down. Because if it's in your head, you're going to think as quickly as I do on them, believe it or not. Okay? That's why I'm not trying to kill your grades by giving you a speed quiz. The reason I'm giving you so many is so that you get faster at it. Okay? We're going to do some on the back, though. Okay. Let's do some on the back. All right, here we go. I don't care. You guys want to do 1, 2, or 3? It doesn't matter to me. You guys decide. 1, 2, or 3. 1, 2, or 3. Pick one quickly. 3. Okay. 3. All right, here we go. What's given to us? We know that we have an angle between 0 and pi over 2. Which angle is between 0 and pi over 2? Alpha. What quadrant is that in? 0 to pi over 2, what quadrant is that? That's first quadrant, right? Okay. So I know alpha is in quadrant 1. Agree or disagree? Okay. Yes? What else does it tell me about alpha? The cosine is 3 over 5. Can I use my knowledge of right triangle trig to be able to label my side lengths? Cosine is what over what? Adjacent over hypotenuse. So it's going to be 3 and 5. Yes? Your recognition of certain perfect right triangles is going to be helpful. 3, 4, 5 triangles. 2 sides are 3 and 4. 5 is hypotenuse. 5, 8, 13 is another good one to know. Hint, hint. Wink, wink. Okay. So this is 4. So this part's all done, right?
Wait, how do you know those 4?
A 3, 4, 5 triangle is a perfect triangle, or you could have done 25 minus 9, which is 16. Square root of 16 is 4. Pythagorean theorem. This side squared minus that side squared. Okay. Beta. Where's beta located? Where's beta?
Between pi over 2
which is what quadrant? That's quadrant 2. Because remember, 0, 90, 180, 270, this is quadrant 2. Boom. That's beta. What does it tell me about beta? I know sine is 5 over 13. Sine by definition is opposite over hypotenuse. Does anybody know this perfect one? This is 5, 12, 13. Is this 12 right here positive or negative? Negative, because it's on the negative x-axis. Does everybody remember when we did this? Like, do you see how everything's coming back together? It's crazy. Negative 12. Now let's answer. What is the sign of alpha? What? 4 over 5. What's the cosine of beta? Oh, careful. Cosine. Adjacent over hypotenuse, so negative 12 13ths. Yeah? Tangent. What's my tangent of alpha? What? Opposite over adjacent, so 4/3. And my tangent of beta? Negative 5/12. Are we okay with me there? Yes? No? Maybe? Okay, here we go. I want to find the sign of alpha plus beta. Here's what I would suggest you do. Go straight to your identity page. What does it say when it says sign of alpha plus beta? It says sign of, read it off your card, guys. Yeah, I haven't even touched double. I wish I were run double and half angles. Sign of what? Read it. It says sign of A plus B equals sine of alpha cosine of beta plus. You have to be able to read though. I just took it right off your paper. Does that make sense? Now you're going to plug in. Do I know what the sign of alpha is? What is it? Oh, well, looky there. Crazy. That is 4/5. What is the cosine of beta? Negative 12 13ths. Well, holy. Plus, what's the cosine of alpha? Look in the directions. What's the cosine of alpha? 3/5. And what's the sine of beta? 5/13. Now, I want you to notice something immediately. You're multiplying fractions, yes or no? Are you going to have a common denominator when you multiply them? Yes, so don't cancel. Don't cancel, because yes, could these 5s cancel? But it's going to cause you issues later. Don't cancel anything. Multiply across. Huh? Just multiply. 4 times negative 12. Negative 48.
What? 12, 24, 36, 48. Oh, yeah, sorry.
It's okay. 5 and 13. Are you serious? So what's 5 times? Here's how I do this in my head. What's 5 times 10? Yes, but 5 times 10 is not 65. 5 times 10 is 50, right? 5 times 3 is 15. I add them together, which I get 65. Plus 3 times 5. Redeem yourself. Don't tell me it's 8.
I was going to say 8. I'm not going to lie. I stopped myself.
3 times 5. Not everybody at once. What's 3 times 5? 15 over 65. So this is negative 33 over 65. I want to do a tangent one with you, though. No. Are you kidding me? You don't have a say in this. Because he had a schedule and he took half an hour. I know, because he's a moron. And I'm on record of saying that.
I actually need to go back.
Good luck.
What do you mean good luck?
You're back by 11:30.
Oh, I don't gotta take a test tomorrow.
What test?
Physics.
Oh.
Okay.
I don't know. They went to like Northern Kentucky to look for jobs, and all my freshmen came back and they're like, "That was stupid." I'm like, "Yeah, I figured." What? Well, yeah. Today was freshmen and sophomores. You missed it.
Are you gonna go?
All right, hey, can we do tangent and then we can talk about that real quick? I want you guys to all write down your tangent formula from the sum from your paper. Did you lose your paper again?
No.
So write it down.
I lost.
Which one is it?
I know where it. I think it's at my house. I'm not gonna.
Oh, Lord.
No, I'm gonna take a picture. And
No, is that what we need to talk?
Okay.
No, the top is here.
Okay.
What? Do we need to top this?
What are you whining about?
You don't know the top of the picture.
Yeah,
Shocker.
I do.
Hopefully it's written in your book, because I am not letting you use that white paper next quiz.
Do we take ourselves to this place or?
No.
It's a future.
Oh my gosh. I'm sorry.
What's up, 8?
No.
I'm just going to call you 8 for the rest of the day.
You should have known that answer. It's a field trip. I wasn't. No.
She hasn't had a field trip in 3 years. That's a fair question.
Thank you.
I did say to Randy Gebhardt today, I said, I think it's funny how you're letting them go on a field trip and you won't let me take my kids on any field trips. And he said, shut up, Coop. He literally said, shut up, Coop, get out of my office. So I went and annoyed him again another day. I'm going to go annoy him today. Yeah, I want to take you guys somewhere.
You do?
I do. Tangent of alpha plus tangent of beta. Yeah, I want to take you to Kings Island. My 1 minus tangent of alpha tangent beta.
She's lying.
No, I'm not.
No, we should go on a weekend.
I did it all the time at GE. All right, what is the tangent of alpha? What is the tangent of alpha?
Yes. That's a yes.
What is the tangent of alpha?
I hate it.
4/3. Plus, what's the tangent of beta? Negative 5/12, so I'm going to make it like that. Divided by 1 minus 4/3 times negative 5/12. I'm going to run out of room.
Wait, why did we put it as? Oh wait, never mind.
Good, because I didn't want to answer your question.
No, two.
What? Did you just call me poop?
No, it's
What?
like since tangent.
Tangent.
A
What's up,
plus
8?
B,
What?
since tangent of A plus B equals
Yeah.
whatever that is.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't we just do A plus B? Like, you know what I mean?
Do you know what angle A is? The answer to that is no. Do you know what angle B is? The answer to that is also no. So let's do it my way. Okay, I win. All right, we're going to call you 0. I don't know why, but we're calling you 0.
Wait, are we actually?
Coop, you're not very far ahead of him, so you just need to stop.
See?
Yeah, you got a 5 out of 10 on your quiz
What did I
yesterday.
get?
I don't know. I didn't grade them, but when Grant graded them this morning, he goes, God, Coop, these kids are dumb. Grant Ruffman. He sat in this class last year, and he was like, oh, your kids are dumb.
Is he the one that?
Yeah, I want to see him do it.
He did it last year.
I want to see him do it right now.
Oh, he couldn't do it now, but he could do it last year. All right, here we go. What do I have to find in my numerator? Woo! 8's back. All right, okay, 8. What's my common denominator? Dang! So what do I have to multiply the 4 by?
No, 3.
No, you're right the first time. No! Say the other number.
Wait, 4 times 3 is 12.
Yeah, so it's 4. So you multiply it by 4.
That's what's in the denominator. So let's multiply. You had it right. So this is going to be 16 minus 5 over 12 divided by 1 plus 20 over 36. Does everybody see how I got those? Sweet. Okay. Now, I don't care about you. I'm just kidding. I do. All right, kiddos. All I did is simplify it up here. Yes? What do I have to do down here? You got to get a common denominator, right? So this is 36 over 36. So I add 36 to 20. So this is 56 over 36. Okay, yeah. 5. We're just going to call you 5 now. 5. I got 0, 5, and 8.
5 by 0.
I don't think he got a 0 on the quiz. He might have. I don't know. I haven't looked. Am I dividing fractions?
I think it like a 3 out of 20 on the other two though.
I'm dividing fractions, so I have to do what? So this is 11/12 times 36 over 56. These simplify, so this becomes a 3. Oh, yeah, you multiply and you can do that. There's your answer. 33 over 56. Okay. I hope Courtney really enjoys this video. Courtney, we missed you today.